Hi, I'm going to share with you how to create a simple to-do app with the help of Redux. And in this tutorial, the objective is to let you know more about using the Redux to create this simple app. To create this Nook project, we are going to use Expo to create this app. So we have to go to the terminal or the command prompts in Windows, and then we type Expo init notes. And we choose blank, and we also type notes. Now, as you can see, we can go to the city notes and enter the project, and then we type code dot, and inside here you also have the terminal, so we can start the project inside the VS Code. You can type npm start. Now the website already opened and there is a QR code here. Now you can use your phone with Expo and scan this QR code, and the app will run in your Expo client. And here we can see that our Expo CLI has to update, so we can also copy this one and open another terminal. Maybe we can stop this project first by clicking the Ctrl+C and paste the command here to update the Expo CLI. Now we are going to create some navigations, and to create a React navigation we have to install these modules. So we have to copy these and go back to our project, and then we paste in our terminal. And for the new React, because the create stat navigator already changed the position and it need to import from the React navigation stack, so we also have to install this package. So we have to also copy this one and then also paste in the terminal and press enter. Now at the same time we can go to create a folder called screens, and we have to create the two screens. One is the node list, which this part is to show all the nodes on the home page, and the other one is the favorite nodes list. So we type FAV noets.js, and then we can type our NF to create this functional component. And if you do not know why we can do this, you can go to the extension and type ES7. There is a extension which is very useful because you can simply type a few letters and it will enter all the command behind. So now we already have the F notes, and at the note list we do the same, and it will automatically export the note list. And for the note list, we just create a simple button here to test whether it can go to another page. So we type button, and then we type props here, and then we type titled, favorite, and now we can go to start building our navigation. So we can create a folder which is to be outside the screens. So we should create a folder here and then type navigations. And we're going to create a navigation.js. And then we import the create stat navigator. Which import from the React navigation stack. And then we import the create app container. From React navigation. And then we also import the two screens that we just created. Now we have these two screens, and then we can go to create the navigation. We can name it, the first one is the notes. And the second one is the favorite notes. And at last, we have to export this one. Now we go back to the screens of the notes list because we just create a navigation, and we hope the note list can go to another page by pressing the button. So at here we create a onPass function. And then we save it here, and then we go to the app.js. We see this already not very useful. So we can delete this style because we do not need this one. And now we can just need to import the navigation that we just created. Because this already not useful, we can delete this one. And now we can simply just have navigation because this navigation already include the notes and also the favorite notes, these two screens. And the first page is the note list, and by pressing the button favorite, it should be go to the favorite notes, this page. Now we are going to test the app, and before we going to test the app, we have to change something because inside our navigation.js, I have created some typo here because I previously added s here, so there is no s after the note. If you already corrected this one, we can type npm start or expo start. Now you can see the app there is a button favorite, and when we click on it, it can go to another page. This is the favorite notes, and we can click on the back and go to the home page. So now it shows the navigation is working. Now we are going to create the models for the data, so we create a models folder. And inside the models, we create node.js. And then we create a class. Then we set this .id is equal to id, and then this .title is equal to title. So at last we have to export this. So we already create the note models for the notes data. Now we are going to create the actions and the reducer, but first we have to install the redux, and we add redux. So we have to type npm install and redux, we add redux. And then we are going to create a store folder. And inside the store folder, we create a actions and reducer folder. And inside the action, we create a node.js. And now we create a two constant. Now we create two actions. One is add node and the other is toggle favorite. So the add node is we just need to add the content, and toggle favorite is we need to know the ID of the selected node, so we can toggle to favorite or non-favorite. We're using this constant is to make sure that if we want to change the name of this one, it will change all together throughout all the app, rather than we have to change it each one by one. So this is why we need to use the constant here. Now we are going to create a reducer. So under the reducers folder, we have to create a nodes.js, and inside the nodes.js we first have to import the constant we just made in our action folder. So import add nodes and toggle favorite from our actions and also the nodes. And then we import the node from the model, and then we create some dummy nodes, so we have something to display when we finish the app. So we create these 3 dummy nodes. So now we have to create an initial state. And also we have another list, which is the favorite node. So which is an empty list at first. So now we are going to create a reducer. So we have switch statement because we have 2 actions here. So we have 2 cases and 1 default cases. So we create action dot type. This is because inside our actions there are 2 types here. One is add nodes and the other is toggle favorite. And so now we also copy this one. Now one is add node, the other is toggle favorite. We create some random ID because in the thread list we have to say unique ID for each node. So we create the ID, so now we can create the node. This new node also follow the model. So we have to put in the new ID, and also inside the action there is node content. So we have to extract the existing nodes. So the existing nodes is equal to the state dot nodes. So which is equal to this one, and this one include all 3 dummy nodes here. So the existing nodes is equal to dot 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 state dot nodes, and then we have to return the nodes which include the new node. So we have to return the state and the node which is equal to the existing node. And then we concat the new node. And then for the toggle favorite, we have to know the existing index of the selected nodes. So we have the existing index, which is equal to state dot favorite dot by index notes and notes dot id equal to action dot notes id. And if the existing index is greater than or equal to 0, which means there is already exists inside the favorite node, so we have to update this. So the updated favorite node is equal to the state of favorite nodes, and the updated favorite nodes now have to remove the selected node. So now we will update the favorite node, which will remove the selected one. So if this does not exist inside the favorite node, then we have to add it inside the favorite node list. So again, so this find the nodes from the nodes list, and then we copy the whole content to the favorite nodes list. So if everything is okay, then we have to export the node reducer. In this part, we are going to make the Redux store available to any nested component. So inside the app.js, we have to import the create store and the combined reducers from the Redux. And then we have to import the provider from redux. Now we already import these modules from the redux, so now we can import the node reducer we just created. So we import the node reducer from the store folder, and then reducer, and then node. Now we are going to create a root reducer. By using the combine reducer. Because in some cases we may have not only one reducer, we may have multiple reducers, so it is better to use the combine reducer. And then we are going to create a store using the create store. Now we have all the things, so now we can use the provider, and the provider is to make the redux store work on the nested component. Now we are going to make the list for the node list and also the favorites list, but before we create those fat lists, we have to create a render component because there should be something to render for the list. So now we are going to create a folder called components. And inside the folder, we create a node item. Now we not only just import the view and text, we have to import the style sheet. And also the touchable opacity. We also need to import the iron icon from the expo. Now inside each render item, we should imagine there should be a tab, and also there is a button that can let the user toggle the favorite. So we have to change this to pop, and also we get the tag, which is pop dot title, and there is touchable opacity, and in between there should be iron icon. Name is equal to check whether this is favorite or not, and this parameter will be creator data, and this is iOS star, and the other is iOS star outline, which means if this is a favorite, it will become a filtered star, otherwise it will become a outlined star. And then the size is equal to 32, and the color is equal to green. And so we also have to create a style here. So we type row here, and we get a flash of 1 and a padding vertical. And at last, we have to create a border bottom. And the width is equal to 1. So I think this may be already okay, so we can save it. Now we are going to use the node item to render all the nodes, the dummy nodes, to see whether we can generate a thread list in the home page. So we first need to import the node item. From the components and the node item. Also, we are going to use the style sheet from the React Native. And now we are going to create a render item. And then inside the render item, we need to see whether this item is the favorite item. So we create a variable called is favorite. We are going to check the favorite looks whether also have this item. So at last we return the look item. And the title is equal to item.title. We will pass these two things to the look item, and we also pass its favorite to the look item. And also in the return, we are going to create a thread list, so we have to import the thread list from the React Native. But before we're going to generate the thread list, we have to get the looks from the store. So we have to use the use selector. So we have to also import the use selector from the React redux. Now we have the looks, which is equal to use selector. And then we call state.looks.looks. This is because we are using looks words inside our app.js. And also inside our look reducer, we are going to get the looks, this item, as the looks inside the look face. So you will see the state.looks.looks. So you also check whether the looks.length is equal to greater than 0. If it is greater than 0, then we will generate the thread list. Otherwise, we will just give a text to let the user know there is nothing here. Before we start the expo again, to check the app, there are something that we need to add is we already create its favorite variable, which is using the favorite nodes, but before we haven't add this line, which is going to get the favorite nodes from our store or from our reducers, which is inside here, the reducer nodes.js. There's a favorite nodes here, and also there are three cases, which is add nodes, toggle favorite, and the default case, but we forgot to return the state here. We have to explicitly state return the state here. So now we can start the app again. And now if you already start the app, you will see we have this flat list here. And we can see the dummy data here with the star icon, which we will add the toggle favorite function here. Now in this part, we are going to add two functions. One is the add new node, so we will add a text box here, and the other is the toggle favorite function. So the user click on the star, it will make this item to be a favorite. So now we are going to the node list.js, and because we are going to use the functions inside the store, so we have to use dispatch. So we have to import the use dispatch here. And also we are going to use the action that we created before, so we have to also import the actions from the other file. And at this time, we are going to also need the use state, because we are going to add a new node to our store. So we have to use the use state. So now at here, we are going to create a test and set test. And default, the value is just a space, because there should be no content for the node. And now at this place, we're going to create dispatch. We're going to use the add nodes from the actions, and we will pass the content to the action. So this is the add new nodes functions, and the other is the toggle. We will pass the item ID to the toggle favorite, so that the action will know which item you're going to select and to check whether it is already favorite or not. So we will back to the item, the note item, because as you remember there is a star icon there. We are going to add a event here on toggle favorite, and then it will trigger the function that we just created. Since we just add this on toggle favorite, we need to back to the note item. And in the touchable opacity, we have to add the event on test equal to top or on toggle favorite. So it will trigger the event outside this component. So now we back to the node list and we have to add the test here. Since we add the test input, so we have to add the test input here. So we have to create a event on things test equal to test, and it will set test. And we also have to add a button to add the new nodes. So button, and then we have to add the on test event. And here we are going to add some style. Now we are going to add the style to our view and a text input. Before we test the app, we have to fix some error because of some autocorrect by my computer. First, we have inside the reducer there is return state rather than return state.favorite nodes because it should return all the nodes rather than the favorite nodes. Also, there are some errors because it automatically correct to concat here and also these spaces, so we have to change to find index and change to splice here. So now we can save it, and now we can test the app again. Now we try to create some new nodes. And now you can see the nodes is appended under the watching TV, and now we can also toggle the favorite. So this is how to add the toggle favorites and add new nodes functions. Now we are going to create a header such that the user can click on the star button to the favorite list rather than clicking on this button. So now we are going to import the header button and items. So we're back to the top. And then we also need to import the iron icons. So now we go to the bottom. And then we copy this one. Then we type list. Navigation options is equal to navigation then return So it seems that we haven't installed the React navigation header buttons, so we may to stop the server first. And then try to use expo install. If you install the package and restart the app, you will see the navigation bar here, but this is not what I want, so we have to make some changes on the item. So instead of the title is equal to search, you may type yes. And icon name maybe we change to iOS star. And on path, because we want to go to another page, so we have to change to navigation.navigate. Favorite notes. We change to favorite as the title, and then we save it. And now we need to add the bracket and the arrow here because the previous syntax is deprecated. So now we start the app, and you can see when we clicking on the star icon, it will go to the favorite notes, and we can also back to the previous page. So this button can be deleted. Now the last part is the favorite list, and the favorite list is very similar to the note list, so we may just copy it from side to side so that this is much easier. And in here we also need the thread list, so we import the thread list from the React Native. And also the style sheet. Now we are going to import the use dispatch and use selector. And at this part we do not have the add nodes here because we will not have a input box for them to add some content, but we still have the toggle favorite, so we have to import the toggle favorite. And also in this part we also have the note item, because we also still have the render item for the thread list. So since we said that we do not have a text box for the new content, so we do not need the notes and we do not need the text. We just need to show the favorite notes. So we have to copy this one and paste it to the right hand side. And we also need to use the dispatch, so we copy this one. And the toggle favorite, and the render item, we also need this because we also have to let the user to toggle the favorites from the list. And again, we also have the grab list. So we just need to copy this one. And we paste the text. And because we are not checking the nooks, we are checking the favorite nooks, so we copy this one. And we paste the nooks.length. And the data will become favorite nooks. Now we also need some style. So we have style stock container. So we have to copy the style sheet. And also we have to add the style stock container at the view. So we already added. We also have a header, but this time the header is very simple. So we just create a header title, which is favorite, and this is already the header. We use the wrong bracket, so we have to delete this one. Now if we click on the buying meal and we go to the favorite list, you will see the buying meal is added inside the favorite list, and if we click on it, it will show nothing here, and inside the home page it will also cancel the star button. So this is how to use the redux in this simple notes app.